So this is my walk, and today we're gonna be talking about entrepreneurship in times of uncertainty. And I should say this, that I do write for the magazine sometimes. It's not everybody, like I don't do it every issue, but I do it sometimes. And I didn't realize I was a writer until, so I did do the book a few years ago, but then in terms of the writing, okay, so I saw this path yesterday, and I'm going to go down here, talking about uncertainty today, right? Well, this is my uncertainty. I pray to God that I get out alive. If I don't, okay. It's light up enough, but there's nobody here but me. All right. So the article I wrote in the last issue, issue 6, entrepreneurship in times of uncertainty. Now we are in a time of uncertainty. And if you remember the last, I feel like I'm back in Jamaica where we got bush. Anyway, Jesus. Okay, so the last recession took us like 10 years to get out of it, right? 2008, remember, I just finished my master's, and so job hunting was really, really hard. Anyway, it took us a while to get out. So imagine how long this one, because this is worse than then, how long this one is going to get us to take for us to get out. But as an entrepreneur, so this article has several issues, several thought processes that I had, depending on who you are, where you are at, and what you need to think about. So that this article is more about you thinking. So I have to pick. I couldn't talk about all of them today, so I picked something else, and the one I'm going to talk about is keeping afloat, right? So you are already in business and you need to keep afloat. So restaurants, hair salons, barbershops, like they're all having to, and then even for those who are in the service industry who don't really go out there, we have to figure out, there's less earning power now, less spending money. And so we now have to figure out how to get some of that less money that people have to spend. So there's so many things to think about. But all right, so first of all, one of the things that you can consider is keeping afloat. Sorry, not keeping afloat, new direction based on what happens after the uncertainty. So after all of this is done, so you can't see me, but I'm looking up because I'm hearing movement and stuff. So after all of this is done, what happens? Like when you're now allowed to open, will you be able to open with the same amount of people? Will you be able to have enough customers to keep afloat, pay your overhead bills? And so what can you do to add another service to basically expand your current market, you know what can you actually, what type of, so that the new market is going to change, right? Okay. So here's the interesting thing. I have no clue where I'm at, but I like this. It's not as bad as I thought. Okay. Okay then. Okay, I gotta pause you so I get past. I don't like people in my video, so I have to get past them. And then, I think I'm gonna try this another day though. This is pretty cool. Okay, so what was that? All right, so the idea is that you need to keep afloat. So first of all, let me restart. So new direction based on what happens after. So right now, the market as you know it is no longer the market. So at this point, you're going to end up with a different type of market. It's a new market. You did your research 5 years ago, 2 years ago, you have your stuff, and now you need to basically everything that you thought your market was, that's no longer the case. So now you need to change it. Hence, what are you going to do? How are you going to do that? How are you going to ensure that within this old market, you're still adding new products or something to actually go with the flow? The second thing you should think about is to expand into new market for a new income stream without deviating from your current stuff. So if you're into eco-friendly, for example, and if you're into eco-friendly stuff and eco-friendly, like you now have to expand. So let's say you're in a niche part. Maybe you could find another market within, how do I say this? Let me see if I can give you an example. Let's say you were doing eco-friendly household products, right? And now things aren't going as well as you would like it to go. So I'm gonna cross here just because, and somebody's allowing me to pass. There you go. So let's say you're in an eco-friendly market with household stuff. Is it possible for you to convert some of those products into something else? Or if you're focusing mostly on marketing in, let's say, Ontario, can you find a way to now get into Quebec as well? So the possibilities are endless in terms of what you can do with what you already have without deviating from your passion. And then the final, I shouldn't say final thing, the status quo is an option that we don't have. Like, you cannot, and I know some people are going to disagree with me, but you cannot tell yourself you're going to just keep doing what you're doing for very, very many reasons. One, which one am I saying? The experts, financial experts, they're changing things. Like, they're not even sticking around. Remember the oil prices went down to the point where they were giving it away. Yeah. So nothing is gonna stay, and so you cannot stay. So even if you see sales coming in today, at the end of the year, we still have a supposedly second wave to go through. We're still in the middle of this one that's going up and down, and we're not sure what's happening. And people are still uncertain. People are still losing their jobs. More jobs are going to be lost because once the government stimulus starts, then what happens? There's so many unknowns that you cannot afford to decide that you're going to go with the status quo, which is to keep things as they are, and then at the end of the day, nothing happens. Keep in mind that when unemployment goes up, entrepreneurship goes up. And so you will be having new competition. Keep that in mind. Competition is going to increase. So your quality, so many, like, this is a whole different topic in terms of increased competition. But please keep that in mind when you're making your decisions. But this was a little bit confusing just because of all the things I was seeing just now. But yeah, when you're in terms of uncertainty, think about the market that you're in and what you're going to be doing, where you're going to be going, and how you can actually make some minor changes without having to go too minor. So that's my walk for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already, and drop me a line, drop me a comment, and see. And keep in mind, this is ramblings, right? This is not, it is rambling, but it's actually good information. But yeah, but it's ramblings. So, ramblings of an entrepreneur, just in case you missed the topic. Yeah, see you on the next walk.